To order the Seeing and Doing Teacher's Notes for the spring term, price £1.10, Anthologies 1 and 2, price £3.95 each, and the Shape Up software, price £17.75, please contact your local ITV company. Alternatively, send a cheque or postal order to Schools Publications Office, Thames Television, 149 Tottenham Court Road, London W1P 9LL.
Bicycles come in many shapes and sizes. This collection of old bicycles ranges from very large ones to small and unusual children's tricycles. Penny Farthings are the best known, but not the oldest bicycles. The first bicycle was invented almost 200 years ago and was called a hobby horse. This one, designed for a child, is made of beautifully carved wood. And this is how you ride it. It's hard work with no pedals. You wouldn't get very far on one of these. This bicycle came next. It's called a bone shaker. At least it's got pedals, but look where they are. It is rather slow because one turn of the pedal is only one turn of the wheel. And it's very uncomfortable to ride. Then the penny farthing was invented. The wheels have solid rubber tyres, unlike those on the hobby horse or bone shaker, which are wooden. And you can see how large it is. It's almost as big as this man. The name penny farthing comes from two old coins. The large coin is an old penny and the small one a farthing. These coins were still in use when your parents were children. Although it's rather difficult to get on, the penny farthing is more comfortable and much faster because the wheel being pushed round by the pedals is much bigger. But because the rider sat upright over the large wheel, any small bump or stone could send him flying over the handlebars head first. Yet penny farthings were so popular that small ones were even made for children. At least they didn't have so far to fall. As penny farthings were so dangerous, the next bicycle to be invented was called a safety bicycle. And it looks very like one of today's bikes, with a chain and sprockets, or cogs, on the back wheel. Also, the wheels are the same size, and it's much easier to get on. It even had the clever invention of footrests. This is a later model of the safety bike, and it looks even more modern because of its diamond-shaped frame. The diamond is the strongest shape for a frame. It was invented 100 years ago and is still used today. The safety bike has modern tyres. They're not solid rubber, but filled with air. They make cycling much more comfortable. There's still something important missing on this bike. Can you think what it is? The bikes in this cycle shop should give you a clue. Of course, the brakes. And these are connected to the front and back wheels by the brake cable. There's the pedal sprocket with a cover. It's connected by a chain to the back wheel sprocket. Nowadays, there are many different types of bicycles. Wheels are the most important parts on a bike. Here, a mechanic is building a wheel. The centre of the wheel is called the hub and the outside the rim. These are linked together by spokes. The spokes are expertly fitted to give the wheel the right balance. It takes time and skill to build a wheel. These are cogs or sprockets. The size of a sprocket is important. The bigger the front sprocket and the smaller the back one, the faster the bike will go. Here's a bicycle being put together. The front wheel is about to be fitted. It's held by front forks and fixed tightly with two nuts. The pedal is tightened with a spanner. Then the front sprocket is fixed to the back one by the chain. The chain is linked together. The pedal can now turn the back wheel, and the bike's ready to go. Bicycles are not only used for getting around, but also for racing. These cyclists are riding special racing bikes. Bikes are also for fun. These children are enjoying riding around a BMX course. Since anything can happen on a BMX bike, it's a good idea to wear a helmet. In school, these children are planning to make models that will work a bit like a bike. They've been examining a bicycle to see how it works. The chain, sprockets, wheels and pedals. Now they're finding out how each part works another, wheels and drivers.
The follower wheel goes round, and then the wheel goes round.
Which wheel goes round?
That
The follower.
one.
Is that the back wheel?
Yes.
Can you just show us how it works?
It's important for the children to try things out for themselves.
Which wheel goes round faster, or which cog goes round the fastest?
That's one.
Is that the back wheel?
Yes.
The drive wheel is normally pushed round by the leg muscles of the cyclist.
That's one.
Is this like an ordinary wheel, Matthew?
No,
Why isn't it like an ordinary wheel?
because it's got sprockets on there.
And what do the sprockets do?
Fit into these links here.
That's right. And then what happens?
It goes along there.
The chain carries movement from one wheel to another.
Yes, and then these sprockets here go into these links.
That's right.
The children have also painted pictures of bicycles. This bike is 50 years old. Bicycles are complicated machines and can be difficult to draw. It helps to have a real bike to look at. Some children experiment with chains and sprockets.
This is the cogs, which and this is the chain, and this is the pedal, and your feet and the feet would make it go round like that.
So what is it like? Where would you find this sort of mechanism?
On a bike.
We've been making one similar to Elliot, Alexandra and Andrews, except it's run by a motor.
Could you show us how it works?
If you press this...
Chain and sprockets, or belt and wheels, can be used to make other things work, and that's what this group are going to do. They'll make models that are worked by a belt and wheels. But planning and designing come first.
And it goes along that conveyor belt by turning the handle there. Then the car will fall down through that hole into a box, and if you turn that handle there, the box will go along there.
Yoghurt tubs will make good wheels. By covering them with corrugated cardboard, they can be turned into cogs or sprockets with small teeth. Some children are using wood for their models. This must be sawn very carefully.
What do you want to do?
Talking about the design helps to sort out some early problems with this model.
Glue the sandpaper to here, won't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Sandpaper is one way of making two smooth wheels mesh. When making wheels, it's important to make the hole for the axle right in the middle. Careful measuring is needed to find the centre. The drill is held firmly in a clamp. It drills right into the pencil mark.
Oh, no, that's it, that's it. Okay, pull off. No. That's it.
The sweets go along there, and down that chute they melt. They go along there into this jar.
Already, one belt-driven model is being tested. It has a series of conveyor belts and a chute. By turning the wheel, the belt carries the goods along.
We'll just try this out and
Testing time for this belt-driven machine.
move it back a little bit. We've already got one in.
Here's a more complicated model. The belt carries the man quite a long way.
Well, the man goes up here and then it falls onto this seat. And then it goes down here through the monster's mouth. What's its name? The moving walkway.
Each invention looks very different, but they've all used belts to carry movement from one wheel to another, just like a bicycle.
What's it called? Car turnover machine.
As school ends, guess what these children want to do? Ride their bikes, of course.